The Hollywood fairy tale is over. Heartbreak. Nicole Kidman finally breaks her silence on the end of her marriage to Keith Urban, revealing a stunning truth she held secret for years: "I can't pretend anymore." What forced the beloved superstar to walk away from the decade-long romance? Was it the career pressure, a hidden conflict, or something far darker? We break down the exact, painful reason Nicole couldn't maintain the perfect facade any longer. This confession is shaking Hollywood to its core. To stay updated with all the latest news, subscribe and turn on notifications. The marriage between Hollywood royalty Nicole Kidman and country music powerhouse Keith Urban has long been held up as a shining, almost miraculous example of enduring celebrity romance, a beacon of stability in an industry defined by dramatic collapses and short-lived unions. Their relationship, celebrated for its visible affection, shared vulnerability, and mutual artistic support, seemed impervious to the usual celebrity curse. This is why the recent, stunning revelations allegedly made by Kidman regarding the true, complex reasons behind their reported separation, encapsulated in the raw, aching declaration, "I can't pretend anymore," have sent a powerful, disorienting shockwave through the entertainment world. For fans who invested emotionally in their story of redemption and lasting love, the news feels like the closing of a chapter, forcing a painful re-evaluation of the carefully curated image of perfection that celebrity couples often maintain. The insider consensus suggests this is a narrative far more complex than a simple falling out, tapping into deeper truths about identity, career, and the relentless pressure of a dual superstar marriage. The alleged confession, delivered during what sources describe as a deeply candid interview, peeled back the layers of public performance that Kidman, an Oscar-winning actress, has mastered over decades. The very notion that she, a woman known for her grace and composure, felt compelled to dismantle the facade of her own happiness is what gives this story its profound emotional weight. Her purported statement, "I can't pretend anymore," speaks volumes, suggesting a slow, agonizing realization that the demands of maintaining the public-facing image of their marriage had become too heavy a burden, eclipsing the authentic emotional reality of their private lives. This is not the narrative of infidelity or explosive public argument that typically fuels celebrity splits. It appears to be a more subtle, internal battle, the exhaustion of keeping up appearances for the world when the connection within the walls of their home had perhaps irrevocably changed. Analyzing the history of their union reveals the immense external and internal pressures they have weathered. The coupling of an Australian film icon and a Nashville star was, from the start, a convergence of two vastly different entertainment orbits. Their early days were famously marked by Keith Urban's very public struggle with addiction, a crisis Kidman navigated with quiet strength, famously standing by him as he entered rehab shortly after their wedding. That period of profound shared vulnerability seemed to forge an unbreakable bond, becoming the core narrative that the public embraced, two damaged souls finding healing and permanence together. Yet, as sources suggest, that very narrative of rescue and recovery may have, over time, created a subtle imbalance or expectation that eventually became unsustainable. For Kidman to admit she can no longer pretend hints at the immense strain of constantly upholding this heroic, picture-perfect image of mutual salvation. The alleged comments, if accurate, point towards a fundamental friction between the professional orbits. While they publicly supported each other's work, Kidman attending the CMA Awards, Urban appearing on film sets, the relentless demands of their individual, global careers meant vast stretches of time spent apart. Kidman's career has continued its ascent with high-profile film and prestige television roles demanding months of intense filming in disparate locations, while Urban's touring schedule requires him to be on the road, performing for legions of fans. Insiders note that the constant negotiation of logistics, the perpetual jet lag, and the difficulty of maintaining consistent emotional intimacy across continents eventually wore down even their formidable commitment. Kidman's alleged words suggest that the gap between the life they wanted and the life the careers demanded simply became too wide to bridge with scheduled video calls and fleeting visits. Furthermore, the revelation has prompted deeper speculation about the concept of identity within the marriage. Kidman's personal journey has often involved defining herself outside of her high-profile relationships, particularly her previous marriage. For her to allegedly use the phrase, "I can't pretend anymore," may signify a deeply personal crisis of self, a need to reclaim an authentic, unpartnered identity separate from the public role of Mrs. Keith Urban. This is a battle many celebrity wives face, but for an actress of her caliber, the pressure to perform the role of devoted wife perfectly while simultaneously excelling in her demanding profession must have been crushing. Her decision, therefore, might be less about the failure of love and more about the ultimate, necessary priority of self-preservation and emotional truth. The fan reaction has been a mixture of disbelief and deep sadness. On celebrity channels and social media forums dedicated to the couple, the comments range from tributes to their former glory to expressions of empathy for the difficulty of maintaining a normal life in the spotlight. The story resonates so powerfully because it punctures the illusion that immense wealth and success are a shield against ordinary human struggles. It reminds the audience that even the most beautiful and seemingly devoted couples face fundamental challenges when balancing love, career, and the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. As the entertainment news cycle absorbs these alleged details, the focus now shifts to the inevitable, the official statements, the division of their reported assets, and most importantly, the co-parenting of their children. The story of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban has always been one for the ages, a tale of dramatic highs and quiet lows. But this current chapter, defined by the simple, devastating phrase, "I can't pretend anymore," is perhaps the most honest and ultimately the most heartbreaking, turning their celebrity marriage into a profound, universal lesson about the unsustainable nature of public perfection and the ultimate necessity of emotional truth. The world waits now to see how these two powerhouse stars navigate their separate futures, their love story having ended not with a bang, but with a quiet, undeniable surrender to the truth of their own individual needs. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Talent Zone Updates YouTube channel for more update news.